Hello and welcome to the Bantams online YouTube channel, and this is episode 3 of the Football Manager Bradford City add-on, where I'm in the shoes of Graham Alexander, and we are midway into December. You can catch the previous matches against Forest Green, Rovers and Salford City on my Bantams debriefs. In those I talk about things to do with Bradford City in real life, whilst watching a match that I haven't had chance to show you during the course of these episodes. Please take a moment just to hit that subscribe button, and if you want updating of any new videos, hit that bell icon and you will be informed straight away. Now what I'm going to do is take you into a bit of match action from the match against Gillingham, where I'm still using the same formation as in the last episode. Both teams went into the half-time break 0-0, but Richie Smallwood put the Bantams ahead on 66 minutes with another excellently taken long-range strike. But in the 75th minute, Gillingham did get their chance and they took it. Another long-range strike, leaving Harry Lewis stranded. And the game finished 1-1. And the best I can say is it's a point away from home, so I've got to be happy with that. And our standout performers were Richie Smallwood and Brad Halliday. And we're in 14th place. It's not great, but at the moment it's still not terrible. And this means we've gone 4 league games undefeated so far, so it's a good run. Let's hope this can continue. I'm guessing this must have happened via conference call, because he's sure as fuck not at the club. This is going to be an ongoing thing, so keep an eye on it. It's Stefan Rupp knocking me back for simple requests such as putting Colin Doyle on a coaching course, which would improve him as a goalkeeping coach, but of course, no. But I'm not the type that's going to sit back and not say anything about it. There will be things to come in the future as this rumbles on. And there is some breaking transfer news coming out of Valley Parade today. It concerns the future of goalkeeper Harry Lewis, who Portsmouth are believed to be targeting. It's expected they'll offer around £130,000 for his services, but it's unlikely that that will be considered an acceptable sum. Bear in mind, Harry Lewis did have an offer knocked back for him during the summer from Barnsley, and he was unsettled by that, and he does want to move to a higher division club, and he might not take too kindly to the club standing in his way again. So we'll watch how that materialises in the coming days and weeks during the January transfer window, updating you as and when things change. But 130,000 is believed to be the price, but time will tell what happens with Harry Lewis. And more transfer news. Ash Taylor has had offers from Gillingham and Salford accepted. No fee involved, even though he is under contract. But Ash Taylor could be heading out of Valley Parade sooner rather than later. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Football Manager reflecting real life. This is quite a one, isn't it? And I promise you, I have absolutely not touched this, so if this happens with you, I don't know, it happens. But Stephen Gent has recommended a goalkeeper. That goalkeeper is Sam Walker, and absolutely I am going to see about signing him as my replacement goalkeeper. You couldn't make that any more real to life. But as soon as I got the rumour about Harry Lewis going to Portsmouth, this happened. Absolutely unbelievable. And news just in, Ash Taylor has agreed to join Salford City on the 1st of January. He's rejected an offer from Gillingham, but he'll be heading out of Valley Parade to Salford City, probably the only club as stupid as Bradford City to want to sign him. And I'm rejecting this offer from South Shields from Matt Derbyshire, not because I don't want to see him go, it's because of that selling team wage contribution that's on there. Not a chance of that happening. I want him off the wage bill for good. And I've been advised to start new contract negotiations with Brad Halliday. That's not a problem with me. That's what I want to do, but there's got to be the budget available to be able to do that, and there isn't at the moment. I don't want him rejecting me out of hand and ruining all that. here's just some of the advice that I've been given about contracts. Matt Derbyshire I want to get rid of. Harry Chapman, I think I'll be keeping him. It all really depends what pans out, because the contracts are expiring in the summer, which is fine. It's not necessarily these ones that I need to get rid of in a hurry. Some of them I do because I need to try and get a fee for them. Others, they can wait until the summer and I do a rebuild for next season. The problem is with those who have got another 2 years remaining on their contracts, they're the priority ones to get out of the door. But if I can offload players like Matt Derbyshire and other ones like Emmanuel Osadebe who are just hogging a budget, then I will do. I've got rid of Ash Taylor already, which is great news. I just need to start freeing up more and look into the future at what I can build with the team. Not necessarily in the January window, but in the summer window coming up. So we've got one eye on that as well. Some contracts I can just let them run down. Others I'll want to renew. Possibly Matty Platt will be one of those that I want to renew. Or Sam Stubbs gets the nod. It's just a matter of deciding. The problem is I think Sam Stubbs is going to want more money than Matty Platt if I renew his contract, and that's where my considerations come in there. Adam Wilson, I need to get him out on loan somewhere. He needs experience just playing. So as you can see, we drew 0-0 with Doncaster Rovers, extending our unbeaten run in the league to 5 games. But now on to our next match at home against Morecambe. Yet another match where it was 0-0 at half-time. But this goal from Tyler Smith put Bradford City ahead on 61 minutes. But it was Michael Mellon who levelled for Morecambe in the 76th minute. But Bradford City did have the last laugh only 2 minutes later with this excellent strike from Lewis Richards, extending Bradford City's unbeaten run even further with a 2-1 win. And as you can see, Tyler Smith there was one of the standout players, and so was Richards and Matthew Platt in the centre of that defence. Daniel Oyegoke did come on for Brad Halliday later in the game as well, and he did very well. And that win at home to Morecambe was followed by an entertaining match against Stockport County, and Paddy Madden converted a penalty on 27 minutes to put the visitors ahead. But that's how it stayed at half-time. But this header from Verdane Oliver equalising for Bradford City. But it was once again Stockport who took the initiative on 79 minutes. And it was Olatoff who scored to put Stockport 2-1 up. But Daniel Oyegoke headed Bradford City level, making the score 2-2. But in the 90th minute, there was late drama with Collar putting Stockport 3-2 up. But that wasn't it. 6 minutes into added time, Andy Cook converted this penalty to put Bradford City level. And the final score was Bradford City 3, Stockport County 3. And that extends the unbeaten run to 7 games. And as you can see, the standout players were Lewis Richards, Richie Smallwood and Andy Cook, as well as Verdane Oliver off of the bench. So a good all-round team performance there. But the question was, could we keep this run going? And unfortunately, the answer to that was no. We lost 3-0 away to Crewe Alexander in the next match. But I won't show you that one. You can probably watch it on a Bantam's debrief. And now we're into the new year. It's 2024. The transfer window is open. And the first bit of work that I'm going to do is try and offload some of my surplus to requirement players who might be out on loan and not necessarily having all the wage covered, and see if I can get rid of these. It's not going to be easy, but I just might as well get rid of them. They're no use to me. So all them players, Luke Hendry, Ryan East, Finn Cousin Dawson, I want gone. There's just no need for them. Timmy Odesina is another one that's on the list as well, and he needs sorting out. So I will be trying to get rid of him over the course of this episode and the next one. And the plan is to make sure with players like this, I have a sell-on clause. Make sure there's a percentage, either 20, 30, maybe even 40 if I can push it that far. So all players that are under a certain age, I am making sure that they all have sell-on clauses on them. And the first bit of news is that Shrewsbury Town are putting an offer for Sam Stubbs. Now, I know this is terrible negotiating. I know I should have done much better. And I'm going to apologise now because I've made a mistake going in way too cheap for him here. I've really should have done better. But he is one. I need to get one of the centre-backs off my wage budget. And he's the one Hopefully somebody else will come in with something a little bit better, but we'll just see what happens. So I'm not going to give any instructions, but there's an offer from Shrewsbury Town for Sam Stubbs, so Sam Stubbs could be on his way. Now, one thing I do want to do is get Addon Wilson sorted out alone somewhere. I just want to get him playing, as I said earlier. It's more about experiences, this one. Ideally, I'd like to see him playing in League 2. I don't want to see him playing way down in the depths of the National League North or South. I want to see him, hopefully, in League 2. Now, a bit of transfer news that does affect me. Zach Orr, Southampton under-21 defender, is under offer for a loan from Stockport County. Now, I wanted to get Zach Orr on loan as a centre-back, potentially replacing Jonathan Tompkinson. The idea is for it to be half the price of him. And there is some breaking news. Brad Halliday is the latest player attracting attention, this time from Notts County. They've made an offer, but it's for £100. I think you know the answer to that one from me. It's fuck off. Not a chance, not even at $500,000 I wouldn't be letting him go. Well, I don't think so anyway. But we're going to have to look at his contract sooner rather than later. And as you can see, there's been no offers for Addon Wilson, so what I'm going to do is just sort that out again, try and get it a bit lower, see if that attracts any bites. And Oxford United from League One are the latest team to declare an interest in Jake Young. It seems the vultures are starting to circle for his signature. Will that be enough to prize him away from Valley Parade? We will see. And it's time to terminate the loan of Rehan Tulloch, as I really don't have much use for him anymore. And I have got something coming up very soon to share with you. And if you look at his contract, loan contract, £2,000 per week, plus 1.1k a month as well. It's not really worth my while. Might as well get him off the wage budget and have done with it. So let's terminate that loan. So there's a little story to this. Stephen Gent and Ryan Sparks both came into the office and they said, we've got an idea for you. Do you need an attacker? Somebody who maybe could be a winger or play up front or sit behind the front two? I says, well, I don't really need wingers. Could do with somebody who sits behind the front two. What are you suggesting? So they mentioned this guy who used to play for them a season ago, Tyreek Wright. Showed me a few videos. He seemed pretty good. Ryan Sparks said he'd be really happy if we signed him. And I thought, well, if it makes Ryan Sparks happy, maybe I might be able to negotiate something else later down the line with other players. So yeah, let's go for it. Anyway, I don't want to know all the workings of how much it's going to cost and that, so I'm going to leave that to Stephen Gent, Ryan Sparks, and of course Peter Reid, and they can sort all that out and we'll see what happens. If there is interference from the CEO in footballing matters, then I've got to reflect it in here as well, so we've got to make these things happen. And there has been developments on the Jake Young front, with firm offers now coming in from Derby County and Peterborough United. It's starting to look like Jake Young could be on his way. But let's see what we can get out of Peterborough first of all. I'm going to go in at about 725,000 and a massive sell-on clause, and that's backfired already. Not even negotiating it, so I'm going to have to be careful here. So I'm going to go in a bit lower. I want to get in the region of $500,000 for him if I can possibly. There's a few add-ons here. Want the sell-on clause? That's been accepted. 475,000. Was that suspiciously too easy? Have I sold him too cheap? Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe it's a good deal for Jake Young. Just like in real life, Jamie Walker is out for 3 to 5 weeks with a twisted ankle. I don't know what his real injury is. I can't remember that off the top of my head. And in light of the imminent departure of Sam Stubbs, I have had to talk to Matty Platt's agent about renewing his contract, and that is something that I will do very soon. As you can see, Sam Walker, we have made an offer for him. Zach Orr, I've made an offer for him. And Jake Young now is actually unavailable because there is an accepted offer on him and he cannot play, as we all know, for more than 2 clubs in one season. And there it is, he's ineligible due to that reason. He's under offer, so I can't pick him for the next match whether I want to or not. Okay, time to deal with Matty Platt's new contract. Now, I can extend it by an extra year. I just want to get him basically as cheap as possible. Bearing in mind Sam Stubbs were on 1,800 or 1,900 and I'm letting him go. This would come in well if I can get him at 1,700 a week. A bit worried about wage rise percentage that he's after, so I'm going to have to negotiate that down a bit. I think I can safely say, as long as it gets down to 1,000 700, I am happy and we can go ahead with that. Great news. So more of the work that I need to do is getting rid of players like Osadebe and Vidane Oliver. I need to get them off to any team that I can, paying as much of the wages as humanly possible. I don't care whether it's on loan for the season or permanent, they need to be gone. Sam Stubbs has joined Shrewsbury Town from Bradford City and he's signed a 2-year contract with the Shrews. He'll be playing his football in League One in a deal that is worth up to £24,000 in add-ons, as well as the initial fee that they've got up front. A minimum cost of £13,000, potential add-ons up to £24,000. So a respectable deal in the end, but all in all, sad to see him go. And for those of you with eagle eyes, you might have noticed with his contract, he's actually being paid by Shrewsbury £300 a week less than he were getting with us. Cheeky bastard. Had to show you this one from a press conference that's just been. Are you confident that the chairperson shares your ambitions for the football club? Well, can't lie really, can I? It's hard to offer you a definitive answer due to the inconsistencies of the decision making, is my polite coded answer. Portsmouth have put in a firm offer for Harry Lewis. £170,000 is the offer. The sting in the tail is it's non-negotiable and there's no sell-on clause on it. So I'm going to have to accept it, but because I've got a goalkeeper incoming and I do need to get some business done with this budget, but it's not ideal. Good news, we have got our goalkeeper replacement for Harry Lewis and that's what we need. And it is the same one in real life as well. And he'll save us about £2,000 a week on the wage bill should Harry Lewis leave. Sam Walker is our goalkeeper and I'll find another one in the summer. This is one that's a little bit different. I've got a cheap deal for about £2,500 or £5,000 with Chelmsford for this player. Young lad, 23 years old. Played for #United last season. Now I do watch a lot of their videos on YouTube and this guy was really good and I think he might be able to make it at League 2 level, and I just want to give him a chance in the Bradford City team. So I'm going to negotiate with him his contract now. I've agreed a deal with Chelmsford and take it from there. It won't cost much, only about between £300 and £400 a week. So it's a good deal. He's one for the future. He's a prospect, and who knows, we might even see him in the Bradford City shirt at some point if we do end up stuck down in League 2. In League 1, I don't know, he might just acclimatise to that league as well, but we'll see how it goes with him, and that all looks fair. So we'll do that and we'll let it go, and hopefully he'll agree to join us, and that's another one through the door. Either way, not a massive risk, very low wage, so it's a win-win for everybody. Anyway, let's take this to the next match now, and then we'll end it here before bringing you the rest of the transfer window and, of course, deadline day in the next episode. But this is a lineup starting against Colchester United. As you can see, I'm still using the two wingers behind the front lone striker and the midfielder. All that might change because I've got a decision still to make whether I want to let Jake Young go or not. So this is how it looks right now. It looks a strong side, and there you have it. And on the bench is Sam Walker, Daniel Oyegoke, Liam Rydalge, Vidane Oliver, Alex Patterson, Emmanuel Osadebe and Kevin McDonald. So not the strongest bench, but it will have to do given the numbers that I've got through the doors. And yes, I do have a tinge of regret about letting Sam Stubbs go. I could have done with him, but again, for the greater good, I needed to get Matty Platt on his new contract. And as you can see, Colchester top of the league, so this is a tough match, not like in real life on this one. Colchester are the team that get us underway, and it is Kazim who plays the ball inside, but Platt gets the ball away, but it goes back to Kazim, who plays it back to Hall to Mitchell, across the defence, and we're just waiting for something to happen. They're just playing possession football at the moment, being patient. Is he going to do anything down the wing here? Is he going to get that crossing? No, Richards won it, and that's all good, so we carry on. No early scares for Bradford City. That's promising. Smith takes a long kick out. Chilvers wins the header on. to Taylor. He's in on goal, shoots, and that is excellent save there, fingertips. But just a few signs of frailties from the Bradford City defence. But this time Bradford City are on the attack with Richards. Has the throw in inside, level with the Colchester penalty area, and Smallwood on the edge of the area tries to let fly with a shot, and Smith straight into the hands of Colchester goalkeeper Smith. And here we go again with Tyler Smith, this time loses out. Mitchell has it, and it's going to be passed along the back line once again by Colchester, looking to build from defence. Very slow pace at the moment. It's not like I've slowed the game down or anything like that. The idea is to get through it as much as possible, but they're going slowly. Let's encourage the team a bit, try and get them to do something for all the difference it'll make. Chilvers plays it out wide to Edwards, and this looks quite dangerous, but there are men back at least, and Kazim has it, and he's going to play it back to Chilvers. Chilvers now, he's got an opportunity to shoot, and he does, and that nestles in the top corner. Sweet strike, his 5th goal of the season, and really City just let that happen to him there. Again, a player given too much time to pick his spot, and there were no chance for Harry Lewis. Smallwood has it now to Platt. Backwards ball again, and that paw by Platt. Already regretting my decision to give him a new contract there, but we'll call it a one-off. Another opportunity for him to score here, and that is another good save by Harry Lewis, and it just keeps reminding you, header that flashes wide. Yeah, I'm just going to say it reminds me of how much I am going to miss Harry Lewis if he does go. You know, do I have to let him go? I don't know. Let's fire that team up. Smallwood in the middle of the pitch again. Tyler Smith. Oh, and he finds Cook. That's a nice ball, and Cook shoots. And we're just lacking up front again with Andy Cook. Poynton, nice little layoff to Gilliard. Gilliard in on goal now. Shoots straight at the goalkeeper, and that's out for a corner. Poynton with the in-swinger. Smith don't get there. Richards has it though. And is he going to get that ball back into the area? He does, and that's good, but Smith doesn't quite get there. And it's a corner again though. Hall headers away. Edwards gets that further away. Gilliard now has a chance to maybe put that ball back in the area. He plays it to Poynton. And Tompkinson looking for options. Halliday, Gilliard. And he turns, shoots. And that's another. Poynton with another corner. Near to half time, and that's Cook. And that should have done better with that, really. And again, an issue with Cook not hitting the target at the moment. Chilvers. This would be disappointing if they get another before half time. Going to make life a lot harder, but there's a chance. Edwards cuts it back. Doesn't have anybody there, and that was taken from slightly behind him, and that's why it went wide. So let's not happy. Need something a little bit different, really. Need to be dominating in the middle of the field, which we're not really doing. And we're not being cutthroat enough in the final third either. Cook really struggling at the moment. Another corner for. Mentioned Cook there, and he gets a header away, which is good to see him doing the defensive work. But they're attacking again, and he has a shot, and it's saved by Lewis again, and that's another corner. And swung in, headed out. But they're going to get another shot, and that's just off of the side netting, luckily, and Lewis with the long kick out. And this is really not good. We're not really winning anything at the moment. Got not the strongest bench down there. It makes it difficult for making decisions on who to bring on and who not. And looking at it, I might have to, I know I'm going to get absolute pelters for this, but I might have to go with a 4-4-2, because really it's going to make the best of the players that I've got and give me a bit more flexibility, but this is just not good at the moment, and we really don't want to concede another goal. and I've got to do something to get back into this game. Look at them, they're just all over us at the moment. They're just passing around us, and here we go with another attack, and that's blocked. And that goes out for a throw-in, and yeah, I'm going to have to sort this. Free kick in, headed away by Cook. Cook, again, doing well defensively, and now Richards comes away with it, but is he going to find anybody? There's hardly any options for him around forward of him, but he does find Cook, but Cook loses out to Mitchell, and again they're coming forward. Taylor now. See, it's just, again, he's got all the time in the world to shoot, and that's saved by Harry Lewis. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about this. It's getting silly now. Pointing with a corner. Cook, doesn't get there. Gilead scurries back for the ball, and he picks out Poynton in the area. This is a good chance, but it's blocked, and that's out for a corner, and Poynton will take the corner. Cook with the header. Oh, that is awful. Oh, Cook, not another one. Too many chances being wasted here, and Gilead has it. I just don't know what to do at the moment. Smallwood plays it back to Platt. Just going nowhere at the moment, it feels, and we're lacking a cutting edge. Richards, Smith tries to take on his man, gets that crossing for Cook again. Oh dear, frustrating day from Cook. Seen these before. This is more chances there. If we don't take our chances, these are going to eventually, surely, but no, not that time. Right, let's get on with it. It's going to be a 4-4-2, and I know I'll get stick for this as well, but I'm bringing on Osadebi just so I can pull Richards back, Halliday there. It's going to have to be, I've just got to sort out the roles for him as well while I'm at it. This needs to change. It needs to be a 4-4-2 so I can make the most of two strikers this time and just fit them in as wingers, Osadebi and Poynton, and then Smith and Cook up front, and maybe that'll become Oliver later. But this, I think, gives them a fighting chance. Bring on McDonald as well, bit of extra creativity in the centre of midfield, and see how we get on now. Already they have a corner, headed away by Cook. Again, I've got to say, he's playing well from a defensive point of view, but he's missing chances up front, and that's close from Colchester. Yeah. So, Poynton, crossed by Halliday, headed down by Osadebi, and that's a goal from Tyler Smith, and straight away that substitute has worked. So I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that little nod down from Osadebi, and that was straight into the path of Tyler Smith, who equalises for Bradford City. So it's Colchester 1, Bradford City 1. Poynton, well, he loses that quite easily, unfortunately. Tompkinson heads it back, and he finds Halliday with that header. Nice play, but McDonald couldn't find his intended target. Oliver on now, by the way. That's goal kick long. Platt wins that header, but unfortunately Smallwood wasn't quick enough to get there. And this is a chance, but that goes harmlessly over the bar. Andy Cook has been substituted. He wasn't doing much. Now I'm going to bring Rydell on just to keep things sensible. I know he's not the greatest player, and I'm going to bring Patterson on in the middle just for a bit of creativity there. Smallwood now. Platt finds McDonald. McDonald picks out Richards, and Richards straight in. Oliver heads down Smith, and that's almost a carbon copy of the last goal, and this time it's Oliver who creates it, the substitute. Tyler Smith to score his second goal, and Bradford City's second goal with only 3 minutes of normal time remaining, and it's Bradford City who are in the lead 2-1 against Colchester United. And this, considering Colchester are top of the league, is a very, very good 3 points if we can keep it that way. McDonald looking for options, finds Rydell. Can he do anything with it now? Can he put that cross in? He does, but that's going to be punched away by the goalkeeper. And now it's Edwards who breaks for Colchester United. Hopper. And that's good defending from Tompkinson, and that's out for a corner. Swung in, headed, but still headed back in. a bit of a scramble going on now. City desperate to get it away. And that's a shot, and Harry Lewis saves. Still another 4 minutes, just short of to go of injury time. Harry Lewis kicks it long. Oliver has it. Smith, and this is another attack, but that's won back by the defender. And now they can break. And this is end to end. Nothing came of it. Free kick though. And again, great save by Harry Lewis, keeping Bradford City in it. Going to go to very defensive, try and run that clock down a bit. City are hanging on, and that's another good save from who's really starting to make me wonder whether I should be letting him go at all, but he wants to move. Can't deny him that. Platt has it now. Is he going to do something sensible? He does. Tompkinson, and Tompkinson sensibly lays it back to Lewis, and Lewis out wide to Rydalge to Pattison to Osadebi in turn plays it to Tyler Smith. Some nice football here, keeping hold of possession. Smith has it. He's just going to hold that up, is he? Plays it to Poynton, but he don't find him, and that's out for a throw-in. And surely that's got to be it. And it is. Bradford City come away with all 3 points. Excellent win for Bradford City, who, mate, just want to remind you, Colchester are top of the league, and there's Tyler Smith, man of the match, 9.1. And look at those for Osadebi and Oliver, who get good ratings for their work when they came on. And there's nothing but good things to say about the team. They got the result there. And what I'm going to do is leave it there. Bradford City in 13th position with 36 points on the board. I'm going to leave it there because there's plenty more to come, including transfer deadline day in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed watching this, do take a moment just to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, do subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to be updated when the next episode comes out. Also, what are your thoughts? Should I sell Jake Young or should I keep him? That is the big question. Do we sell Jake Young or do I cancel everything? And do I say no, I will not sell him. He is staying a Bradford City player for this season at least. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, all that is left to say is thank you for watching this, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.